Hey, entrepreneurs. Today's a bit of a behind the scenes video into my own business and how I approach this time of year. So, we've just changed over to 2024, and I like to take this time to reflect on the previous year and make some plans for the upcoming year. My hope is in this video, my process and how I approach it might inform your process, give you some ideas. If you're one of my current clients, I'm probably doing this with you during our regular sessions. If you're someone who's looking for some possible help, I can help walk you through this process if you'd like, or you can do it on your own. So, this time of year, I really try to double check and build out a strategic roadmap. What I do to do that is I'm looking at where I've been in the past. So, how the past year and couple of years have gone. With that, I kind of set a pacing of where am I headed for the future. So, if I don't make many changes besides keeping on doing what I'm doing and working hard, where will I probably end up? Now, sometimes whenever I do this, I'm pretty happy with those results. Sometimes I decide that's not really where I want to be. I'd like to accelerate that and get somewhere else. So, for this year, I am focused on some additional growth. In the other years, I've been pretty happy with where I was. And in those years, I've made my focus things like, okay, with that pacing in mind, I'd like to improve these skills, work on these other areas to expand my business, work on more work life balance, and find out some focuses still so that when I get to where I'm on pace for, I'm happier at the end of the year. I've added some more skills to allow for future growth. For this year, now that I've been adding these skills over and over again, this year is a year for me to deploy those skills and get better and better at what I do. A big part of my focus this year is improving my sales outreach activities so that I can just help out more and more people. I'm really finding my groove and consulting with clients. I'm loving the experience. I'm loving helping out people from all over the nation right now. So, my goal is to reach more and more people as I grow for this year. So, now when I look at where I'm headed to where I'm going, I can evaluate well, what are the actions that will take me from what I'm on pace for versus where I'd like to be. And I think this is an interesting thing is many people are like, I'm going to double my business this year, but they don't decide to double their activities. So, if I would like to have twice as many clients, for example, I probably need to double my sales and marketing efforts. Otherwise, where are they coming from? How is that even working? And so, setting a realistic goal and also having the clear actions to achieve that are really, really key. For me, I also like to identify what are the risk factors. So, what are the things that are likely to get me off that track? So, I'm going to miss my goals. And what are the limiting factors? The things that are not true now that would need to be true for everything to go the way that I want it to go. And those tend to be activities I'm not currently doing, skills I don't currently have. I identify those and make a list of those things. So, I take some time to map all that out and it gives me some idea of the future I'm headed towards. And I find when I have a future that I'm headed towards that I'm happy with, for me, it's easier for me to go out there and do the work that I'm looking to do. If I'm unclear about the future or I'm depressed thinking it might not turn out the way I'd like, it's very unmotivating and it's hard to come in and do what I do best every day without being distracted. So, once I have my strategic roadmap put together, I find that I don't know if you're like this, I have instant amnesia. So I put it together. It's crystal clear in my head. This is where I want to be. This is the actions I want to take. And maybe the next day, it's still pretty clear in my head. I'm pretty sure I'll never ever forget it. But then by day 4, I am doing something totally different. I've forgotten all about it. And I'm just head down doing my regular work. And because of that, I've found that it's important for me to have reminders to stay focused and revisit it, to make this a theme. And essentially, I make up a cue card. And this cue card has on it the reminders of what it is that I'm focusing on right now. What are those action steps? And I look at it multiple times every single day. It takes me 20 seconds to read that kind of a packet of those quick pieces of information put together. And that keeps me focused on those activities so I don't get derailed. It's so easy for me and probably a lot of you to get pulled up by other shiny objects that aren't actually our focus, but we just got excited or interested in them. And there's a space and a time for that, but I like to make sure I'm on track for my goals first and foremost, and then recognize I've got some extra capacity for some discretionary fun. So, my process this time of year is to look back on the past year, close things out, sort of project where the future looks like, see if I'm happy with it or not. If I'm not, see what actions separate me from where I want to be, and then to make a cue card as a reminder I look at on a regular basis to be able to take those actions and move forward. On my cue card, one of those actions is more regular content and videos, making sure I'm staying on that and not falling off. So keep me accountable. I'll see you next video. Thanks. Good luck. Bye.